Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about something utterly stupid. Well, it's 2023, maybe the remnants of 2022, spreading over and like some sickening goo on 2023. But before I do that, oh no wait, I need to read the title. Yeah. Joker, the man who stopped laughing. Number 4, review. Yeah, you can expect how bad it is. But before I do that, here's a trailer. You're gonna love this one.
We are few, we are God's chosen knights. We are born of sin and crime. We are repentance personified. We are immortal, we are legend. We are God's wrath made manifest. And we know no fear.
Right, so this is the comic book in which let me read what the reviewer said. Deep sigh. You know what I miss? The feeling that when I pick up a comic, I might get a good story. Instead, I'm reading Joker, the man who stopped laughing, a book that continues to struggle to meet the lowest of my expectations. You're gonna see why. It doesn't even come even like you're close to my expectations. It's just, and my expectations are so low that I just there's probably hell if you're gonna use the Christian system, the heaven, earth, and hell, and whatever the 7 circles of hell, whatever. There is hell. There is whatever I expect from Disney and whatever I expect from Way Button here with comics. This doesn't even reach 1 light year away from this. This is bad. And whenever I think about my book and I think maybe I'm not a good storyteller, maybe my book is not that good, then I read things like this and I see a comic like this and I say, hey, maybe my book is kind of like Lord of the Rings for these people. That's how good it is in comparison to this crap. Right. So, here is one of the pages, the Joker's comedy. And I think I agree with the author here when I say comedy as well. I'm glad you've stopped crying. I was sad when I came to the hospital too, you know. I broke my funny bone. Well, I came to the hospital too. I was considered a retard. Like you. That would have made more sense. Right, here's another joke. Let's see. You like that? How about another? What's the difference between a race car and a dozen children? His reply. I don't have a race car buried in my backyard. That one was a little bit better in comparison to the last one, but I would do a little bit better, more Joker-like, more violent, more insulting. The race cars at least have a good chance to finish the race. These kids, they all look like cancer patients, which means they will not even reach their full potential. See? You need to be you need to get that insulting part of Joker in there. That's the Joker I know. But not this guy here. Right, let's see. Well, tough crowd. Note to self, they don't like dead kid jokes for some reason. Let's try a different one. Yeah, okay, at least that one forced a little bit. But let's see. Why does the Batman wear dark colors? Because Batman doesn't want to get shot. Why does Batman wear dark colors? Let's bring in some of the Joker stuff. Because then when he gets caught by the police, he can actually go and claim discrimination. And then get the BLM to protest. There you go! That's a better joke! Don't you agree? Right. Rosenberg's voice for the Joker remains okay, but I think he struggles with the comedic aspects of the character. I agree. The slow comedic monologues in which he's been opening each issue are neither funny nor do they inform the story. They've become very tiresome to me. Later in the book, there's an extended scene of the Joker trying to entertain some sick children. Yeah, well, a part of the point is that the Joker's violent jokes are only really funny to him. The whole sequence managed to turn me off. I agree, it's crap. It feels crap. Where's that insulting Joker that we all fell in love with? Well, and now comes the part of why I made this video. The more interesting thing to talk about when it comes to this comic is not the main story though. It's the backup. This is probably the worst story I've ever read in my time reviewing for Batman News. Once again, we find ourselves in a homage of the old-time comics. We find Joker in a dream sequence at the mercy of yet another female superhero he's become enamored with. Zatanna. I really don't get the running gag here. The Joker has never been defined as someone obsessed with chasing after women. However, that's not what makes this comic insane. Well, she does have somewhat of a point, but he kind of likes just to dispose of them and use them, maybe sex, or throw them away like Harley Quinn, what he did with her. He pretty much manipulates her to do whatever he wants, have sex with her, I assumed, as well. But it has always been about villainy. But anyway, let's move on. Joker wakes up from his dream and finds that he is pregnant. Yeah, we've reached epic bullshit. I'll repeat, the Joker wakes up in the morning and discovers that he is pregnant. I didn't make that up. Just look at the picture below. And looking at it, it makes you think, well, it couldn't get any worse than this. No sirree, it couldn't. This may be the rock bottom of that comic, isn't it? Well, it is not. But before I show you what it is really rock bottom, let's read what the dialogue says. Right, here's what Joker said. Well, what have we here? And the woman replies, I think you're pregnant. And Joker replies, I think you're right. We have a good OBGYN in use. We have a good OBGYN we use? Huh? Right. So, moving on to the actual bottom of the barrel. Like the bottom of the bottom of the bottom of absurdity. Or when the comic had really reached rock bottom. There it is, the dialogue. With a woman shoved up her face on his nether regions, which I assume it may actually be a dick and ball, but then again, with the current day, I think it may not be a dick and ball, but a faux pussy, or a beyond pussy. Right, here is the dialogue. The woman asks, you ready? And he replies, ready as I'll ever be, Atomic Skull. One moment, please. 2023. What the fuck? And then, apparently, he... let me see, does it say here? There's no real story up here. Prepares to give birth. The Joker goes to the hospital and prepares to give birth, and he winds up throwing up a mud monster instead. So, kind of like a shit. A violent gun-filled chase commences, but then it is discovered that the mud creature has morphed into a child-sized version of the Joker. The Joker accepts the thing as his son and shows him off to Zatanna, taunting her over the family she could have had with him. Why? Well, no wonder DC Comics is on a hot desk type of situation. No wonder they are a joke. No wonder they're losing money. No wonder they don't have a permanent office. And no wonder manga, which is laughing its balls off, is winning over these... whatever this thing is. Right, let's read what the reviewer said, or concluded. Right, what in the heck did I just read? Exactly my opinion. This is one of those comics you can't really review because there's no real story or artistic vision to pick apart. All you can do is describe. What I can only surmise is the delusions of a comic writer on a very special kind of weed. Probably has anti-freeze mixed in. See? The joke there? Freeze. Anti-freeze. Yeah? Okay. Get it? Get it? Okay. Right. Writing aside, however, there have been a lot of these little moments or stories at DC lately that make me go, how the heck did DC editorial give that a green light? Because they are woke idiots. They do not know what a story is, what a good story means. They do not know lore. They do not know anything else. It's all about the message, only the message, and all for the message. And the narrative. Is there any kind of oversight at that company now? No, none. Whatsoever. For years. Right. Here is what they say. For recommend if nothing could ever stop your addiction to buy comics. Oh, please fix that addiction and stop buying these comics. If you buy comics, at least buy from independent developers. At least they know story. At least they give effort for their content. These people here? No. Right. You always wanted to see the Joker pregnant and trying to give birth. If you wanted to see ever see that, seek a doctor, please. I think you may be mentally sick. Right. So the person says, overall, comics are overpriced. Wholeheartedly agree. Their contents are either sub-mediocre work or feature the writers exposing their fetishes. She's absolutely 100% correct in there. This one read like a fetish magazine or something like that. Recently, Batman News lost writer Nicholas Finch to other pursuits. He claimed that he had fallen out of love with DC Comics. I agree with him as well. I'm really feeling that. DC comic books seem like they are written for no one, and no one is really discussing them. Exactly. Not even the woke idiots are going to buy this garbage. Yet, even as more and more people become disillusioned with DC, the company behind the scenes doesn't seem to care. Yeah, they still have money. Once upon a time, no wait. Eventually they're gonna run out of money. And eventually they're going to have to fire everyone and sell their IPs to make ends meet. And eventually, they are going to get the treatment of get woke and go broke. Right now they are going broke, but not broke yet. But let's see what other idiots have said about this nonsense, shall we? Right. So this one is Dark Knight News. Right, so Chuckles for charity. Red Hood, Batman issues their own deal with Jason, dealing with the police, the Joker. Okay, fine, whatever. They quote generally the same passages or the same area of the comics. And then they give a 10 out of 10. And I thought that Teresa here was being way too good, giving it a 2. I would have given it a 0, but at least she was feeling generous. Or probably on a Christmassy gift. Gift given feeling and decided to give at least 2 because for some reason. What the fuck is going on with DC? What the fuck? Right, so on that goddamn fucking hell, have a great fucking night, and Jesus Christ, what the fuck did I just read?